Alright, so there's Exhibit A. 5th birthday, January 4, 1972. With the G.I. Joe Adventure Team helicopter with one of the commander figures. I think he had a pull tab voice on him. And I'm clutching what was very quickly determined to be a Marx Toys Kennedy Space Center Astronaut. Sold at the gift shop there at the Kennedy Space Center, where Gramma Wilson frequented. They had family in Florida. They lived in Weslaco, Texas, and would visit. And Gramma Wilson took care of me. So here's Exhibit B. And I knew, when we found this picture back at the end of June that I was going to have to obtain my own specimen. Kennedy Space Center Astronaut. Looks like a match. More or less same box. I don't remember him. I remember him breaking, I think. I remember his knee coming off, or maybe it was an arm at the shoulder, and it was something that my father could not, tried in vain to repair, and couldn't, and he was replaced by the next birthday. G.I. Joe took over the house at some point. I had all sorts of G.I. Joe stuff. I did have a Major Mason, very simple, just with the cat track and the survival tent. And apparently I had this guy too, although I don't remember it, other than it breaking and disappearing. There's our box contents. Let's look at this end of it. Box has some wear. And also no pretense about this being for some art project. This is me buying back my childhood. At some point I'll probably make a diorama for him, but he's not going into anybody's painting. I've dealt with the vendor before, so I'm not... Wasn't messing around here. Waited for about 3 months for the right one to come up. It had to be exactly a Kennedy Space Center astronaut. In a box, with his stuff and instructions. And did. It was exciting. And this is the reason that I decided to go with it, or to actually put down a bid, was that it had its original printed instructions. 1969 was when they were boxing up the Kennedy Space Center astronauts, so we've got a definite date on this. There's our printed date right there, and I do believe that is 1969 in Roman numerals. So he was 3 years old before Gramma Wilson picked him up for me. And these instructions are in fantastic condition. I think these are my first original Marx instructions. I don't even care about the yellowing. I guess maybe it's sat out of its box or something like that. And I don't want to press against the paper seams. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this back up.
Ash, can you see this?
The condition issue that I was aware of is that the oxygen hoses are broken off, and the accessories can be replaced. They're not that hard to find. I was concerned that it referred to the feeds on his suit, and it does not. So that concern is alleviated. Another reason why it was a appealing score is that the original decals are unused and shall remain that way. I may do a high-res scan and try to print my own out, but I ain't gluing nothing to him. Nice look at them. I'm starting to slowly believe that I actually did score this. So there's Johnny Apollo as a Kennedy Space Center astronaut. 7.5 inches. Yeah, I can remember that coming off or something like that. And he's not going to get played with. He's going to go right back into his box for now. Definitely larger. That was something that I was thinking about, is that, you know, I really don't have anything in scale for this guy to do. There's our Marx logo on the back. I've dealt with the vendor before, so I mean, it's authentic stuff. He's good. Go buy his toys. And we've got some sort of suitcase. I remember the cap when I was a kid. Very important, the camera. Yep, I remember the camera. When I was a kid, camera might have survived. Some of the equipment might have survived into G.I. Joe. Although I certainly wouldn't have known the significance or the difference of it. Oh, the maneuvering pistol. I think that's what that is. With its like 13 seconds of propellant in it. Some sort of device for stretching canvas. And what I would guess is either a sextant or a theodolite. That's got to be a space sextant. Something like that. A big, marvelous backpack for it all to go into. Oh, as my father would always say, well, Stephen, read the instructions. Okay, so it does come apart at both ends. Hold on, I'm glad I stopped for now. But wow, I got my Kennedy Space Center Marx Astronaut, just like Gramma Wilson hooked me up with for my 5th birthday on this planet. And here, just for comparison, to sort of show what I mean, like here's the new space art piece in the drawer that I'm currently working on. This is sort of the scale that I'm getting the most out of right now. Those sort of small 1:64 or thereabout scale figures. Here he is compared with a white 6-inch Marx astronaut. Just to give a quick comparison there. 1970, 1969, with Johnny Apollo first appearing in 1968. Apparently there was another Marx action figure astronaut that came after Johnny Apollo in 1970. They resurrected the name Haphazard, which was also the name of a robot astronaut from the 1960s. So there was another Marx astronaut action figure. So he wasn't the end of it yet. Oh, there's a little thing on his chest. NASA emblem. Right on. Looks like Coach Dodge from elementary school. And I'm going to sit here and get to know his equipment and get it all packaged up nicely and safely and figure out how I'm going to store him and take care of him, you know, for the rest of my stewardship. Yeah, I guess that's gonna do it, and I'll just find, you know, some replacement hoses or something like that, like whatever. We'll figure it out, and that's half the fun, right? All right, peace out.